A CEO I know told me she looked at herself and felt like she lost the soft, confident, glowing version of who she used to be. Not because she weren't beautiful, but because stress, exhaustion, insecurity, and constantly comparing herself slowly changed the way she felt about herself. And everywhere online, women are told they need surgery, fillers, and perfection just to feel attractive. But what if becoming more attractive had less to do with changing your face and more to do with changing your habits, energy, health, and the way you care for yourself? Because today, I'm sharing the 7 habits that helped me glow up naturally, without surgery. If you're ready to glow up, subscribe now. This is where real information lives, and comment your city. I want to know where you're watching from. One of the first things that completely changed the way I looked wasn't makeup, expensive skincare, or beauty treatments. Habit 1, it was sleep. Real rest. Because I didn't realize how exhausted I actually looked until my body finally became rested again. And I think so many women can relate to this. You're constantly busy, mentally overwhelmed, scrolling late at night, running on stress and caffeine, trying to do everything for everyone else, while your body slowly starts showing the effects of exhaustion. And the scary part is, chronic stress and lack of sleep eventually change your appearance. You start noticing darker under eyes, puffiness, dull skin, low energy, irritability, tired eyes, inflammation, hormonal breakouts. And honestly, no amount of makeup fully hides exhaustion. Because according to research, sleep is one of the most important times for your body to repair itself. While you sleep, your skin repairs damage, stress hormones regulate, inflammation lowers, your body recovers, hormones rebalance, which explains why after good quality sleep, people often look fresher, calmer, healthier, brighter, more attractive naturally. And honestly, the biggest glow-up for me started when I stopped treating rest like laziness. Because exhausted energy changes the way you look and feel. And people can feel that energy too. So I started focusing on creating healthier nighttime habits instead of constantly overstimulating myself before bed. Simple things like sleeping at consistent times, reducing late-night scrolling, calming my nervous system at night, lowering caffeine later in the day, creating peaceful bedtime routines. Completely changed how I looked over time. And honestly, soft feminine routines changed me emotionally too. Things like nighttime skincare, silk pillowcases, warm lighting, calming music, herbal tea, magnesium routines, slowing down before sleep, started making me feel calmer, softer, and more connected to myself again. Because attractiveness is deeply connected to how your body feels internally. And when your body feels safe, rested, and nourished, it shows. Not just in your skin, but in your eyes, your mood, your confidence, your energy. And honestly, I think many women are not unattractive. They're just exhausted. The next habit completely changed the way my face looked. And honestly, one of the biggest things that changed my appearance had nothing to do with changing my features. Habit 2, I simply reduced inflammation. And I truly think this is something many women overlook when they feel disconnected from their appearance. Because sometimes people don't need a completely new face. They just need a healthier, less inflamed, more nourished version of themselves. And honestly, chronic inflammation changes the way the body looks. You may notice puffiness, bloating, dull skin, tired eyes, breakouts, swelling, low energy, facial puffiness, uneven skin texture. And so much of this can be connected to stress, dehydration, lack of sleep, excess sugar, processed foods, and constantly overwhelming the body. Because according to research, chronic stress increases cortisol levels, and elevated cortisol can increase inflammation throughout the body. Which explains why stressful seasons often show up physically. You stop glowing. Your energy changes. Your skin changes. Your face looks more tired. And honestly, I didn't realize how much stress was affecting my appearance until I finally slowed down and started supporting my body differently. I started drinking more water consistently. Not perfectly, just consistently. And hydration alone changed so much. Because dehydrated skin often looks duller, tighter, puffier, more tired. I also started reducing heavily processed foods, excess sugar, and constantly eating things that made my body feel inflamed afterward. Not through restriction, but through awareness. Because I wanted to feel better, not punish myself. So I focused more on whole foods, protein, healthy fats, fruits, vegetables, anti-inflammatory habits, gut health, sleep, stress reduction. And over time, my face looked different naturally. Less swollen, more alive, healthier, calmer. And honestly, peaceful habits changed my appearance more than extreme beauty routines ever did. Simple things like morning lemon water, healthier meals, walking outside, reducing alcohol, getting sunlight, calming my nervous system, slowing down emotionally, started changing not only my body, but my energy too. Because attractiveness is deeply connected to health. And when your body feels supported internally, it eventually reflects externally. Not perfection, just health, balance, glow, peace. And honestly, confidence changed my attractiveness more than makeup ever did. The next powerful thing that changed the way people responded to me had nothing to do with makeup, weight loss, or perfect features. Habit 3, it was the way I carried myself. Because the truth is, your posture, body language, and energy communicate something before you even speak. And I think so many women don't realize how much insecurity physically shows up in the body. You start looking down constantly, slouching, shrinking yourself, avoiding eye contact, rushing your movements, hiding in oversized clothing, carrying nervous energy everywhere. And honestly, I used to do all of those things too. Not because I wasn't beautiful, but because I didn't fully feel confident within myself. And the body reflects what the mind feels emotionally. Because according to psychology research, posture and body language directly affect not only how others perceive you, but how you perceive yourself. The way you stand can influence confidence, mood, presence, emotional state, attractiveness perception. And honestly, when I started carrying myself differently, people started responding to me differently too. Not because my face completely changed, but because my energy changed. I stopped trying to disappear. I started standing taller, slowing down my movements, making better eye contact, speaking more calmly, walking with intention, relaxing my shoulders, taking up space without apologizing for it. And softer energy changed everything. Because confidence is often quiet, not loud. It's not always being the loudest person in the room. Sometimes confidence is calm eye contact, peaceful energy, slow, intentional movement, emotional security, being comfortable with yourself. And people feel that energy. Because attractiveness is deeply connected to presence. The way someone feels around you matters. And when you stop hiding yourself emotionally, your entire presence changes physically too. You seem calmer, more feminine, more grounded, more attractive, more magnetic naturally. Not because you became perfect, but because you finally stopped shrinking yourself. The next habit changed not only my body, but the way I felt emotionally every single day. Habit 4, movement. One of the biggest things that changed both my appearance and my confidence was learning how to move my body from a place of self-care instead of punishment. Because for a long time, I think many women are taught to exercise mainly because they hate something about themselves. To become smaller, to burn calories, to fix their bodies, to earn food, to chase perfection. And honestly, that mindset made movement feel exhausting emotionally. But everything changed when I stopped exercising because I disliked myself, and started moving because I loved myself enough to take care of my body. Because movement affects so much more than weight. According to research, regular movement improves circulation, boosts mood, supports skin health, reduces stress hormones, improves posture, increases confidence, supports emotional wellness. And you can see the difference in people who move regularly. Not because they're perfect, but because their energy feels different. They look more alive, more confident, more radiant, more emotionally grounded. And honestly, movement changed my emotional state before it changed my body. Because exercise releases endorphins, which help improve mood and reduce stress. And when stress lowers, your entire appearance starts changing too. Your posture improves. Your energy softens. Your confidence grows. Your face even looks more relaxed and alive. But what helped me most was letting go of the idea that movement had to be extreme to matter. Because honestly, many women quit wellness routines because they believe everything has to be perfect. Extreme workouts, obsessive routines, punishing schedules. But sustainable glow-ups are usually built through simple, consistent habits. So instead of forcing myself into routines I hated, I started finding movement that actually made me feel good emotionally. Things like walking outside in the morning sunlight, stretching, Pilates, yoga, dancing in my apartment, soft strength workouts, peaceful movement routines. And romanticizing movement changed everything for me. Because movement became less about changing my body and more about reconnecting with myself. Those peaceful morning walks, the sunlight, the music, the calm routines, they started healing me emotionally too. And I think many women become more attractive the moment they stop trying to punish themselves and start supporting themselves instead. Because real glow-ups are rarely built through self-hatred. They're built through consistency, care, confidence, and learning how to feel at home within yourself again. And the next habit completely changed the way my skin looked naturally. If you've made it this far, comment "becoming her" below because you're already learning what most people ignore about true attractiveness. Because becoming more attractive naturally is rarely about becoming perfect. It's about becoming healthier, calmer, more confident, more connected to yourself. And the habits we're talking about in this video are the same habits that slowly change your energy, your skin, your confidence, your posture, your feminine presence, the way you carry yourself, without surgery. And the next habits are the ones that completely changed my feminine energy, confidence, and overall glow. Habit 5. I started taking care of my skin consistently. Not perfectly. Not obsessively. Not with expensive treatments. Just consistently. Because for a long time, I thought glowing skin came from expensive products, flawless genetics, luxury treatments, perfect routines. But not. Healthy skin is often more about consistency than perfection. And I think social media sometimes makes women feel like they need 15-step skincare routines, endless products, expensive facials, filters, perfect skin overnight, just to feel beautiful. But according to dermatology research, one of the most important things for healthy glowing skin is protecting the skin barrier. Because when the skin barrier becomes damaged from stress, dehydration, overexfoliating, lack of sleep, or harsh products, the skin often looks irritated, dull, dry, inflamed, sensitive, tired. And I realized my skin looked better the moment I stopped overwhelming it. Instead of constantly chasing perfection, I focused on supporting my skin gently and consistently. Simple habits like cleansing my skin properly, moisturizing consistently, drinking more water, wearing SPF daily, getting enough sleep, gentle exfoliation, reducing stress, started changing my skin naturally over time. And hydration affects your glow more than people realize. Because dehydrated skin rarely looks vibrant. But when your body feels rested, hydrated, nourished, and calm, your skin often reflects that internally. And honestly, one of the biggest glow-up lessons I learned is this. You do not need a complicated routine to look healthier. You need consistency. Because healthy glowing skin is usually built slowly through small repeated habits, not overnight perfection. And the more I started caring for myself consistently, the more attractive I started feeling emotionally too. Because skincare became less about fixing myself and more about taking care of myself. Those peaceful nighttime routines, the warm lighting, the slow mornings, the calm energy, it all started changing the way I felt about myself. And attractiveness changes when you begin treating yourself like someone worth caring for. Habit 6. I started taking care of my skin consistently. Not perfectly. Not obsessively. Not with expensive treatments. Just consistently. Because for a long time, I thought glowing skin came from expensive products, flawless genetics, luxury treatments, perfect routines. But honestly, healthy skin is often more about consistency than perfection. I healed my mindset. The glow no cream can give you. Science says. Stress literally changes your face. It breaks down collagen, triggers breakouts, and makes you look tired. Your emotional health shows up in your skin, your posture, your eyes. Self-perception isn't fluffy, it's biology. The truth most beauty brands won't tell you. No serum, no facial, no filter can fully replace inner peace. What I actually changed. Stopped the constant negative self-talk. That inner bully got fired. Reduced mindless comparison. I unfollowed accounts that made me feel small. Protected my peace like it was my full-time job. Quit obsessing over perfect progress, and peace became enough. The painful part 1 know you relate to. Doom scrolling and feeling not enough. Picking yourself apart in every mirror and photo. Perfectionism that stole your joy. That heavy insecurity that no makeup could hide. The most attractive version of you is usually the version that finally feels safe being herself. When you stop performing and start healing, something shifts. Your face softens. Your smile becomes real. Your energy changes the room before you even speak. This 2-hour window every evening became my non-negotiable mindset reset time. No phone. No pressure. Just me, my thoughts, and gentle honesty. Healing your mindset isn't vanity. It's the ultimate glow-up. And the truth is, becoming attractive naturally is rarely about transforming into someone else. It's about becoming healthier, calmer, happier, more confident, more connected to yourself. Because I think so many women spend years trying to become more attractive externally, while completely neglecting themselves internally. And honestly, no surgery, makeup, filter, or beauty trend can fully replace the energy of a woman who genuinely feels good within herself. Because real attractiveness is felt. It's in your energy, your confidence, your peace, your health, your presence, your emotional state, the way you carry yourself. And the beautiful thing is, those things can be built slowly through daily habits. Every healthy habit, every peaceful morning, every nourishing meal, every workout, every boundary, every glass of water, every good night of sleep, every moment you stop speaking negatively about yourself, every moment you choose yourself, slowly changes you. Not overnight, but gradually. And that's how the most powerful glow-ups usually happen. Quietly. Through consistency. Because the women who seem naturally radiant often aren't perfect. They're simply caring for themselves consistently. Mentally, emotionally, physically. And one of the biggest things I learned is that attractiveness grows when your nervous system is no longer constantly overwhelmed. When you finally feel rested, nourished, emotionally safe, peaceful, confident, healthy, your entire presence changes naturally. You smile differently. Your eyes look brighter. Your posture changes. Your skin glows differently. Your energy softens. And people notice. Not because you became perfect, but because you became healthier and more connected to yourself. And I want every woman watching this to understand something. You do not need to become perfect to become attractive. You do not need to hate yourself into a glow-up. You do not need surgery to become worthy of confidence, softness, femininity, or self-love. Sometimes the glow-up begins the moment you stop trying to become someone else. And finally start taking care of yourself consistently. Because becoming her, the healthier version of you, the calmer version of you, the more confident version of you, happens through the small choices you repeat every single day. One healthy habit at a time, you become her. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe for more wellness and glow-up content. Watch the next Becoming Her video. And comment below which glow-up habit changed you the most.